Politically Speaking with Dick Morris. Not the usual take, but a podcast from a political insider who's really at heart an outsider.
The newspapers and the media are filled with criticisms of Trump's economic policies and dire predictions of horrible things that are going to happen, saying that his tariffs will cause widespread unemployment, lead us to a recession, cause major inflation, and do all kinds of harm. The people who are predicting this are the same folks who said Trump couldn't win, that said Trump shouldn't run, and that his scandals would bring him down. They're also the same folks who predicted that the tariffs on China in his first term would cause massive inflation and slow economic growth. Didn't do either. They're paid by foreign governments, including China and the European Union. These are the same people who predicted disaster when Trump imposed tariffs on China, and didn't happen. There was no inflation. The economy continued to grow, and the Chinese retaliation didn't amount to a hill of beans, and the retaliation from the rest of the world on these tariffs won't amount to much either. Let me explain Trump's worldview. He believes that the old formula, classical economics, that you have inflation or unemployment. If you stimulate too much, you're going to have inflation. If you stimulate too little, you're going to have unemployment. And basically, it's a choice between those two. If you have a lot of inflation, the cure is bring on a recession. If you have a lot of unemployment, the cure is bring on inflation. It's a little bit like telling a patient who has high blood pressure, bring on the heart attack that'll alleviate it. But what he plans to do, and what he's doing, is attract major foreign investment that doesn't even enter into the math of the people who are just looking at the American economy. And he's attracted over $4 trillion since he became president. He'll attract trillions more. Attract is a kind word. He'll do it by imposing tariffs, by immigration restrictions, and other stuff that makes it necessary for people to move to the United States and move their manufacturing, their plants, and equipment to the United States. And his concept is that you generate massive new production and massive new services and massive new growth by global policies that make foreigners pay attention and invest in the United States. And he's already succeeding very quickly in that. Honda's opening facilities here. Taiwan is going to make its chips here. All kinds of businesses are moving into the U.S. $4 trillion since he took office. But then the question is, okay, why won't that cause inflation? Who's going to buy all of this stuff that's being produced? And the answer is not Americans, but foreigners. His idea is that while you're hyping the supply side by this massive expansion of plants and equipment and investment in the United States, you use tariffs in retaliation to break down foreign barriers against buying American products. And the world has a gigantic balance of payments deficit with the United States, and he's going to end that. And he's going to force the world to buy our products. Basically, what he's doing is he's selling access to the American market. He's saying we are the largest market in the world, of the global market of $32 trillion. We're about $8 trillion of it by ourselves. We're the only country where they all speak English, and they are all governed by the same laws. And if you want your business to thrive, you have to access the market of the United States. And to do that, you're going to have to pay tariffs, unless you let our stuff into your country without tariffs, in which case we won't charge you. And by that, he's going to stimulate demand in a way that doesn't stimulate inflation. Because it's not coming from pumping money into the American sector. It's coming by prying open the foreign markets and making them buy American products. So by getting global investment on the supply side and global consumer spending on the demand side, we can have our cake and eat it too. We can have a wonderful economy, and we have one without unemployment and without inflation. And that's what we've had in the first 3 months under Trump, and will continue to have. So that's Trump's global view. And it's based on the fundamental assumption that the power of America is its market. It's our ability to consume and to buy things and to eat foods and use services and use products that in the United States. So he's basically telling the world that if you want to do well in business and you want to stay alive economically, you got to access the American market. And to do that, you either have to move here and move your plant and equipment here and make your products with American labor, or you're going to have to sell into our market as importers, in which case you're going to have to pay tariffs. It's a brilliant worldview. It's totally different from what's been in the past. And the reason it hasn't been universally adopted is the lobbyists and the consultants for foreign countries have stopped it. And now Trump is telling them all to go fly a kite. Thanks for watching. Today's Lunch Alert is sponsored by the Patriot Gold Group. Everyone is talking about gold these days. I've been talking about it for 9 years. Bank of America just raised their forecast to $3,500 an ounce gold, and gold is closing in on it real quickly. Goldman warned that the stock sell-off has a lot further to go, and Trump is not going to back down on his tariffs. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink said every business and every client is worried about a recession. That's why UBS reported that billionaires are rotating out of the stock market and into gold. Shouldn't you be rotating too? Call the Patriot Gold Group and get in on the bonanza. Thanks. The Patriot Gold Group offers no fee for life IRAs to viewers of these videos. The IRA minimums are $25,000 and $100,000 for the no fee for life IRA. So call the Patriot Gold Group and ask for the no fee for life IRA.